Welcome, welcome, Galactic Gang. I'm your Master Cosmologist and the head cheerleader to the stars. I'm here to talk about Mercury in Aries. Mercury went into Aries overnight and it's going to immediately go over Neptune in Aries. Pretty much right now, as I'm recording, Mercury is crossing over Neptune, which is a big revealing moment. It's about unveiling, unmasking, revealing your true identity, admitting your identity to yourself, admitting the truth of who you are, what you are, your name, your costume that you wear in the world, the front that you put on, the face that you wear. There's this big change of character happening right now. I was snacking on a chocolate bar at the coffee shop this morning, and I felt like it was a tarot card to start this video off with. It's branded 𝗪𝗚, which it almost looks like alter ego. So your alter ego, the one that you've actually had to hide your whole life, is being brought to the light, being brought out publicly. And you are beginning to behave as your true, authentic self, probably for the first time ever. It's going to feel very liberating, very freeing, but also a bit scary, especially with Mercury with Neptune right now. It's going to have a feeling of bearing your soul to the world. Like, here I am, can't hide it any longer. The transit of Mercury through Neptune is going to change your mind first and foremost. It's going to change how you think internally. It's going to change how you talk to others, how you talk in your own head. It's going to be that mercurial, the twins of the mind, going back and forth talking about who I am now, how I behave now, what needs to be let go of, what needs to be brought to the forefront, what parts of myself have I hidden away from the world that can now safely be brought to the public eye. There is this unmasking, unveiling nature of Mercury crossing over Neptune where you can't hide anymore. You can lie to yourself, you can tell yourself all kinds of things, but truth be what truth is, and to continue to lie to yourself is going to be quite painful. Yeah, it's a real internal check-in where what we've had to hide and suppress our entire lives, it just can't be hidden any longer. It can't be held back, and it's got to all be brought out in the open. There's going to be a nice ability to admit the truth and find camaraderie with people who are able to express this truth among safe, close friends. And with the 𝗪𝗚, one of the things that is going to start happening is thinking about, you're going to get messages from your body to change your behavior, to change your exercise routine, to change the way you nourish your body. Your body might start requesting things like foods with more magnesium, foods that are juicy, foods that have more carbohydrates. You might go off of meat. You might crave meat. You might have all kinds of ecosystem, body changes starting to happen. And you're going to have to be very astute and a good listener and really hear your body, because it's going to tell you what it needs in the present. We can't go off of what we've historically eaten what movements we've historically done to nourish our body and move our body and get exercise. Everything is kind of up for a potential remodel or reevaluation or an overhaul, I guess is probably a better word. There's a sense of needing an overhaul, meaning if you've always rode your bike for exercise, maybe you take up dance. If you've always lifted weights, maybe you get into swimming. If you have always gone hiking, maybe all of a sudden you crave doing calisthenics. I don't know. It's going to be different for everyone, but this is because what we're tapping into isn't just conditioning, it's actual DNA and genetic support that's true and right and correct for your bioform, for your ecology. And anything else with that alter eco? Oh, just that it's going to be changing you into a being that's a lot more in tune, in touch, and in symbiosis with the natural world, with the earth. Anything else? Card. I'm hearing go for a card. What is going on with Mercury in Aries? Five of Pentacles. Okay, with this alter eco, one of the ecosystems in the body, if we could think of the mind as an ecosystem and the circulatory system as an ecosystem and the lungs as an ecosystem, we have all these kind of different parts that make up a body. And one of them is the brain, the mind. The alterations in the mind are going to be going through this big self-promotion, self-pride, self-worth, anything that is promoting and no longer demoting. This is a big clear out. This is a big let go of core thoughts. And a lot of the origination point of these thoughts is the external world, how they treated us, those of us who would be watching a video like this, as castaways, as freaks, as weirdos, as odd ones out, as people, beings that don't fit in. It does a lot to your psyche. It does a lot to your mind. It does a lot to your self-esteem. Mercury is going in there and powering through to give you a nice raise, especially when the sun enters into Taurus with Mercury in Aries. The talk internally can't be this internal destitution program. It's going to be the internal superhero. It's the altered ego where you put yourself on a pedestal instead of out in the cold. You put yourself in first place. You put yourself as VIP in your own mind. It's essentially the total opposite of the Five of Pentacles. That's the alteration in the mental ecosystem, in the mental landscape. What else is coming through for this transit? Got Two of Wands in reverse. This is a release. This is an unleashing of the vision. It's not going to be contained I'm almost getting the two wands like the ears. It's not going to just stay between these two fence posts here and just bounce around in here. You can see that she's stuck in her house in a box, and she's got the world here. She's got a work of art here, but she's behind glass. And the delicacy of your wounded inner child, your hurt self, your bruised and battered ego that got treated like crap for having these big dreams. You may have had to put it behind glass. You may have had to internalize it. You may have had to keep it safe for a very long time. But this is telling me that it's ready to not just exist between your ears and be in this little glass house of the mind. It's ready to go outside. It's ready to go outside. That's the big theme here for the present moment this week, especially. My channeled word for this week is apply, application. It has to be applied out there. It has to start being applicable out there. And in order to do that, you have to take it out of the glass. You know, it's not that fragile. It's not that delicate. You can throw it against the wall and see if it starts to stick, kind of thing. That's so cute. There's like this little Volkswagen van art piece here. I just feel like there's this sense of somebody's little inner child wanting to draw cars or has a love for little Volkswagens. It's got a surfboard next to it. This, for some people, I'm getting a really strong hit here of van life and traveling and doing the roadie life. So if some of you have had that kind of dream, this person lives in a house, they live in a box. Some of you might want to be traveling the world. That might be one of your soul's greatest desires, is to travel and go see the world. So not holding that back from yourself any longer, making it possible, internally possible, by changing how you think about it. Even instead of thinking, I can't afford it, I don't have the money, I have no idea how I could make that possible, changing that around. This is a huge change of the ability to fund these dreams too. Oh, wow. I got the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, Nine of Pentacles and Ace of Swords. Wow, I really like that. Money grows on trees. If you can conceive it, if you can believe it, you can go out there and pick money off of trees. And then the Ace of Swords is that changing your mind. Okay, this is a change of your mind. The change of your mind is going to be so rapid. It's going to be happening at such an accelerated rate that it's going to feel like this. It's going to feel like you're being unwound, or there's a corkscrew sense with this, where things that were drilled into your mind so deep are suddenly going to get uncorked and they're just going to pop out of there for good. They're going to be like thought balloons that get popped very quickly. So if your mind has been on a thought loop for years and years and years, decades, whatever, you're suddenly going to have completely different thoughts taking over. It's going to be a very rapid mental alteration. And it's all because whenever you're catching yourself coming here, you stop it immediately and you come to this energy. This is the self-worth card in this reading. It's like if your body, your ecosystem, you're going to alter your ecosystem to only have a good garden with lots of fruits growing in it instead of a dry, fruitless, barren wasteland internally. And I'm hearing, oh, is it Fifth Harmony? Is that the name of the band? Give it to me, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Instead of feeling like you don't deserve it, like you could never, ever, who me? How could I be so deserving? How could I possibly do that? Mm-mm. Give it to me, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Wait, we don't want another. We want an oracle card now. Hold on, my hair's bugging me. It's time for a haircut. That's me needing to alter my ego, my appearance. That's going to be a thing I prioritize in Mercury and Aries. Getting a haircut, getting a trim. Ooh, 2 cards. I've got Earth Magic and Broken Open. Earth Magic is the dream to travel the world, and many of us are Earth Magic performers. We do a lot of what's historically known as grid work. I don't call it grid work, I call it Earth Magic. Just our very presence in certain locations is going to be magical, and it's going to open up certain key points. The way I'm reading this is a pulse point on the earth. Like the action of you being there, just existing, just being there in those places lights up these pulse points, and it breaks them open and reinvigorates the energy around the planet. Anything else with these 2 cards? With the Broken Open card, it feels very much like the opposite of this, where she's trapped behind glass. Imagine she's stuck in a snow globe. Suddenly it cracks, it breaks wide open, and she's free. And she has the ability, for some reason, I'm seeing her on a magic carpet, and she's just able to move wherever she wants. She's completely unbound. She's unbound. She's not imprisoned any longer. And I'm hearing to close it here, so we'll call that good. I hope that was helpful and gives you some insight into Mercury and Aries. I am super excited for it. I hope it is super special for all of you and you get a lot out of it. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.